after the hour, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. That's the First Church of Deliverance in Chicago. We got the one and only Dr. Marcus Davidson, the senior pastor of Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. What up, Dr. Davidson?
What's up, my brother? How good the Lord is. Blessings to you, man. Just want to say this morning, what a blessing to know that God is good. Man, you know, when I think of that song, it reminds me of Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. And all of your ways acknowledge him. He will direct your path. And I want to encourage someone today, just put all of your faith in God. I don't care what may be happening, who may be against you, what may be against you, but if you would just trust in God, he will give you a fixed future. He will give you a fixed focus, and he will give you a fixed foundation. I don't know how you may be feeling. I don't know how you may be thinking things may happen today, but if you just trust God, lean not to your own understanding, acknowledge him, he will direct your path. He'll lead you over obstacles, lead you around opposition, and lead you to an open door. God bless you, man. I love you.
Amen, Dr. Davidson. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can reach me on all of my social media handles, Marcus D. Davidson.
There it is, man. Love you, man.
Love you, bro. God bless, man.
God bless you. Brought to you by Capital One Shopping. Capital One Shopping searches for and applies available coupon codes. What's in your wallet? Savings and available coupons vary. All right, y'all, I got another one for you, y'all, right here. Jason Nelson. Nothing without you, y'all. I just want you to turn your radios all the way up and enjoy this. Let's get into some praise this morning. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is 9 minutes after the hour. Got your front page. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. President Biden met with Senator Joe Manchin yesterday. Now, Manchin is one of the two Democratic senators who have been holdups on getting his Build Back Better agenda passed. Manchin is now believed to be in support of how to pay for the plan, which is now down to $1.75 trillion instead of $3.5 trillion. Meanwhile, the Treasury Secretary says that inflation will continue into 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Prices of consumer goods have gone up 5.4% in the past 12 months. And in a very sad story, two boys ages 6 and 8 were killed at a drag racing event on Saturday in Texas when the driver lost control and slammed into a crowd of spectators. 8 other people were injured, and everyone is in our prayers. Last but not least, an autopsy report of the body of Brian Laundrie came back inconclusive. Laundrie is a person of interest in the death of his fiancée, Gabby Petito, whose remains were found in Wyoming last month. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more news, go ahead and log on to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Well, let's start off with shouting out to Carmelo Anthony, man. He dropped 28 points last night, passing Moses Malone for 9th on all-time scoring list. Over 27,409 points, man. This is 19th year in the NBA, helping the Lakers secure their first victory of this early season versus the Memphis Grizz. Moving over to football, man. NFL Arizona Cardinals, they 7-0, y'all. Can and will they go undefeated? Quarterback Kyler Murray is playing out of his mind. They got a strong defense. And when you have a solid quarterback and a strong defense, you can start talking about those discussions of possibly, but it's still, still early in the season. We still got some time to go. We'll see what happens. Should we start worrying about them Kansas City Chiefs though? They lose again. I mean, they don't even look like the doggone Chiefs. They look like a doggone JV high school freaking football team, Rick.
It won't be them.
Man. And I was the first to say, listen, man, y'all can forget about the Chiefs if you want to. But, man, I don't know. I watched that whole game this weekend. I'm like, I don't know. So we'll come back to that. Tom Brady becomes the first quarterback to throw for 600 TDs in his passing career, and he ain't slowing down at all, man. It is what it is. Gary with the T, what's up there, Pep?
All right, y'all. They're saying following the season's debut on October the 18th, sources are saying, y'all, that the Wendy Williams show is desperate to keep audience ratings up. Now, apparently, y'all, they're saying that things are so tough that the program is offering a $75 cash reward to non-union audience members, y'all, to help fill up the studio ahead of comedian Whitney Cummings' guest appearance, which she's going to be on there today through the 29th. Now, they're saying, y'all, Wendy is still recovering from ongoing health issues brought on by her Graves' disease. Now, last week, members from the show's production company released an update about Wendy's health condition, stating that the star will still, y'all, and is still under medical supervision, y'all. They're saying she is making progress, but is experiencing serious, y'all, complications as a direct result of Graves' disease and her thyroid condition. So they're asking for prayer, y'all, for Wendy Williams, and hopefully that she will return back to her show. They're saying hopefully the first part of November, y'all. So we're going to follow this story and make sure we keep Wendy and everybody lifted in prayer.
Amen.
All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is claret. On the high end, you say claret, and on the low end, you say beautiful plum. That's your color for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, Alec Baldwin is speaking out about that incident about that gun. And I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
29 after the hour, y'all. Time for the hot spot, brought to you by
Simple Mobile, man. At Simple Mobile, you get the no contract advantage with no mystery fees, no activation fees, and no contract ever. Simple Mobile. Out with the old, in with the simple. Terms and conditions at simplemobile.com. Bring it attacked.
What up, Rock Teasy? Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Oh, man. Alec Baldwin misfired a prop gun on the set of the movie Rust, killing cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injuring director Joel Souza. Well, y'all, more information is coming out about the incident, and according to the affidavit released over the weekend, Baldwin was told that his prop gun did not have live rounds, but the person responsible for handling weapons, Hannah Reed, recently shared her doubts about her ability to do the job well. She said, I was really nervous about it at first, and I almost didn't take the job because I wasn't sure if I was ready. Now, my question is, do y'all know anything about this? Because are you not sure you ready? Is she creating the prop bullets?
It's Brad, when it comes to shooting on air, because I shoot on my television show all day, you have quarter rounds, you have half rounds, you have squid pops, where it's like completely fake, and then you have live rounds. And live rounds are usually only shot into objects, like a car or something like that. But they have to check it. Like, they bring you the gun, they open it, they show you the chamber, they cock it back, they show you everything. That's what they're supposed to do before you go off, so you'll know if it's a half a round. Don't shoot at them, you shoot past them.
And if somebody say they're not ready, they're not sure they're ready for a job like this, then why hire them? I'm so confused. But anyway, y'all, Baldwin shared his grief over the tragedy on Twitter, writing, "There are no words to convey my shock and sadness regarding the tragic incident that took the life of Helena Hutchins, a wife, a mother, and deeply admired colleague of ours. I'm fully cooperating with the police investigation to address how this tragedy occurred," and then adding, "I'm in touch with her husband, offering my support to him and his family. My heart is broken for her husband, their son, and all who knew and loved Helena." A union for prop masters said that the gun did contain a live round. Wow. Meanwhile, y'all, hours before the deadly incident, half a dozen crew workers reportedly walked off the set to protest working conditions, according to multiple reports. And Baldwin's stunt double reportedly fired 2 rounds last Saturday after being told that the gun wasn't loaded. They said there should have been an investigation into what happened there, and this may not have happened. That is what a crew member said. Lord.
This is going to get really ugly.
It's a lot with this. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they're not going to finish that film.
Man, no, I don't think that film going to even ever come out. Everybody's
and it's going to
so
change
traumatized.
regulations.
Yes, I'm sure everybody's traumatized. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, moving on, y'all. We got sad news to report, and that is our uncle and our very good friend of the show, Snoop Dogg. His mom, Miss Beverly Tate, has passed away. He announced the news yesterday on Instagram saying, "Thank you, God, for giving me an angel for a mother. TWMN." I believe that's till we meet again. Mama, thank you for having me, is what he said. Snoop's mom had been battling illness for some time now, so no word exactly on her cause of death, but our prayers go out to him and his family. I reached out to him yesterday, and his words really touched me, so I want to just let everybody know that Snoop said, if you do have a mother, hug her tight all the time, tell her you love her, because a mother is a precious thing.
I swear.
You know,
I couldn't imagine.
So I just, but you know, he's doing good. Well, as good as he can be. But you know, let's just keep him in our prayers and stuff. And yeah, we gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note, y'all. But coming up next, oh Lord, we got Rock T's joke of the day. Oh, Rock T, is it gonna be funny, Rock T?
Isn't it always Rickey?
No, it is not. In the meantime, in between time, y'all hit us up with them wake up calls at 866-9-RICKEY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Morning.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time for... Come on, Brett.
Joke of the day.
All right, Rock, come on with it.
Oh, Lord.
It's going to be a good one.
I don't mean to brag and be cocky on y'all this morning, but I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed.
Come on, man.
Rick, come on, Rick. Where's the joke? I'm waiting for the joke.
That was funny, y'all. Come on now.
No, sir.
Come on.
I'm so good at sleeping, I can do it with my eyes closed.
Come on, what you say, bring it back?
I'm so good at sleeping, man, I can literally do it with my eyes closed.
Rock T, you laughing so hard.
It's more ironic than funny.
It's not. It's just scary.
Yeah.
Child,
Gary.
I'm so good at
Rickey, you're a
sleeping,
real
I can
comedian. What do you
do it with my eyes closed.
He's trying to figure out how to help make it funny. That's why he keeps repeating.
Okay, I'm like,
I can do it with my eyes closed.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
No.
All right, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
Jesus help us, Lord.
Hold it! Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary, good morning.
good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. People are wondering, is this some of Beyonce's doing? Or are they just falling in love? Or are they a couple? Who am I talking about? Chloe Bailey, y'all. We all know Chloe Bailey from Chloe and Halle, the proteges of Beyonce. Where it's being reported, y'all, that Chloe was spotted, y'all, at a Hawks game the other night, y'all, sitting next to none other than rapper Gunna. Now, they're saying, y'all, it caused fans, y'all, to wonder whether the collaboration or romance is in the works. They say either way, y'all, all the eyes, y'all, had to be on Chloe and her incredible outfit. Now, they're saying that she was styled by Miss Nikki Cortez, and she wore this gorgeous painting, y'all, in the form of a form-fitting bodysuit by Osman Studio in the collaborations with Alex Beatty. Now, they're saying she finished this look off with a Gucci belt, some beautiful shades, and high heels. But people were just wondering, is she with Gunna? I mean, I don't know. That's a sweet, wholesome young lady. And I don't know if that guy, you know what I mean, he would kind of be the right person for her and stuff like that. But she with him, Brad, you know Gunna, don't you? And you know Chloe, huh?
Yeah, I don't know neither one of them that well, so I really can't comment.
Yeah, even you know them, because I know that's along your kind of...
Well, I believe that Chloe was in town doing a tour. She went to Spelman College, where she went and talked to all of the undergrads, and she ran into the Hawks game. So for all we know, there were just two attractive people seated next to each other. Gary, she was in town doing other stuff. They are not necessarily a couple.
Oh, they're attractive people. Yeah, well, I feel bad for Chloe, and I feel bad for her sister though, y'all, because the society is doing them like they did Beyonce and Solange. Chloe and they both started off together. Why can't they both be big stars? They put more emphasis on Chloe than they doing on Haley and stuff.
I think it's because Chloe got a project out, a solo project right now. We're seeing her more than the sister.
And Haley is shooting Ariel, the Little Mermaid, right now, so she's busy doing Disney.
Well, they need to put that out there and stuff because I don't like that
they did, Gary.
But they put more emphasis on Chloe, though, because every time you look up Chloe is in the news, and I just think it's a sad thing. So,
Mumble Manny.
You never see the whispers separated, honey. You see both of them brothers, so they don't never separate them.
The whispers.
But anyway.
Really, Gary, the whispers?
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Brad, you didn't tell us you was an aunt. It's being reported out that Bow Wow born Shad Moss is speaking out after a court declared him the biological father of a 1-year-old child. Now they're saying, according to court documents shared under the neighborhood talk, they said it is the judgment of this court that the child of the party, Stone Common, which is the child was born in 2020, is hereby declared to be the legitimate son of respondent Shad Moss, capable of inheriting from respondent in the same manner as in born in lawful wedlock. The child shall hereafter be known as Stone Moss, and the Department of Vital Statistics shall show the child's birth certificate to include respondent as father. Congratulations, Bow Wow.
Yeah, this wasn't a secret, Gary. This child has been all on his Instagram page and everywhere.
According to reports, he was denying it for a minute.
No, actually he wasn't. Actually, he wasn't.
He wasn't?
No, if you go back, I mean, I know you don't do Instagram because you don't know how to work it, but if you scroll back, he's on there. His son is on there with him. They playing and they having a great time together, so, you know.
Well, why we have to go through all this stuff, this big announcement and stuff, to say that the child being announced as Mr. Moss instead of Mr. Cameron, as his another name was when he was born?
Well, I don't know, Gary. Maybe you should ask Bow Wow that.
Well, we need to call him on the show, and we love Bow Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations, Bow Wow.
We congratulated him a year ago, but okay.
Okay. All right, then. Well, we're just going to go ahead and go on it and give the color. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, guys, claret. On the high end, you say claret, and on the low end, you say beautiful plum. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley, the morning show, 23 minutes after the hour. Time for the wake-up call. Get at me, 8669 Ricky. Here we go.
Let's go. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley morning show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
I want to do a wake-up call to my sister Stephanie Gamble. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Have a blessed day at work. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Tanya calling from Houston. I want to wake up my daughter, Taniqua. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. Frank from Raleigh. Waking up Kara, Sheena, and Jayla. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Tracy from Columbus, Ohio. Give up the wake-up call to all my boys. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I like to wake up my son Sage and my son Quest and Marquise. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Good morning, it's Helen calling from Colliers, and I wake up every weekday morning to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Meridian, wake up. In Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brad.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Our favorite grandmama in the building, Miss Bernice Jen. Come on.
Yes, we reminisce, don't we, Janie?
Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Monday church announcements. Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Please pray hard for Sister Martina Green. You know our Janie.
Yeah.
And pray for her new baby that was born with all his adult teeth already.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's 2 months old. And she been trying not to breastfeed him, but he didn't. But then they had to go to the ER 3 times from serious bite wound.
Chiclets.
It's gotta hurt.
Also pray for Brother Ellis Sampson, who is 89 and had to go to the hospital Saturday after he got drunk and tried to ride a bird scooter on the interstate. Jenny, you know them scooters, they be everywhere.
Yeah.
But he tried to ride one on the interstate and he was doing good till traffic slowed down. And real suddenly he crashed into the back of a FedEx truck and cracked his head all the way down to the white meat. So y'all, please pray for them.
Why is Shady laughing at that one?
We will celebrate the life of Deacon Chester Hester.
Yeah.
You know Chester Hester?
Yeah.
You know, he gained his wings on Saturday at the age of 94. And he was battling a lot of problems. He had type 8 diabetes, strep throat, dead foot skin, razor bumps, heart murmurs, lupus, and ingrown ear hairs. But that ain't what killed him. But what killed him was he had to walk out to get his newspaper and had been waiting, watering his grass all night. And he slipped on the wet grass and fell face first into a mound and couldn't get up. And the ants, they ate his whole face off, so it's gonna be a closed casket. But they will open up the bottom part where you can see that he walked a good walk. That concludes our church announcement. I appreciate you, Janie. I'll call you tomorrow. All right.
Black Tony. Hey.
Oh.
Black Tony. You ain't here today?
Man.
You calling in that you ain't gonna be able to call in?
Yep.
I'm finna hit the road, Shawty. I ain't finna be around for the next few days, cause we finna go to the World Series.
Who?
The Atlanta Braves. We going to the World Series.
Oh yeah, I mean, you said you ain't gonna be here for the next few days.
Yeah, cause I'm traveling with the team, Shawty. You know I work for the Atlanta Braves.
What you do for the Atlanta Braves?
I'm ball boy.
You
Are you serious?
Ball boy.
So what does the ball boy do?
I grab all the balls. I I chase the ball. I
wouldn't tell them about that. The way that sounded.
To the left, I run and get the balls and bring them back.
Yeah, just say you chase the foul balls. That sound better, though.
Yeah, I chase the ball down. It's me and 3 little white boys.
No, bro. So what do they got to do with today, though? The World Series haven't started.
We finna go to Houston. Cause they say I'm the best ball boy they got, so they take them out.
Oh, they got the Astros, right, T?
Oh yeah, they.
Oh, you think gonna win, right?
Ooh,
the whole thing.
One. That's a good one. That's going 7, bro.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. That's a good balanced attack.
So I'm be gone for about 2 weeks. So just go on and get ready, shout. I ain't finna be there. I'm going with my team. I've been working for them, but they ain't never won there since I've been working for you. But now we done won, so now I'm going on the road because I'm finna be grabbing them balls, but they tipped me for grabbing them balls. I grab them, I be getting them good.
Man, that don't sound good, man.
Down like me, boy. I be getting it.
Just don't like the way it sound, Black Tony.
You ain't never played baseball. You don't know nothing about it.
I play Little League baseball. You crazy.
They do be tipping good, though, man. They tip the clubhouse boys, the bat boys.
So who's tipping, the baseball players?
Yeah, man, they tipping good. Yes, sir.
I'm getting money,
a little gig.
So who gonna run the trap?
Oh, I don't give a damn. I'm finna be in Houston. I'm finna be in Houston. Give me some Mexican girl and everything, man. I'm finna be.
So are you gonna travel back and forth with the team?
Yeah, they take me everywhere I want them.
So you resigning? Are you taking 2 weeks off?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to come. I'm gonna ask them, can I come and work for you too? But you don't be tipping like they be tipping. But
you don't come to work.
Ready. I gotta get up. I gotta go practice.
All right, Black Thumb. All right, can you come to work tomorrow though? Can you come to work tomorrow though?
Is I'm gonna work tomorrow? Yeah. Let me see. I gotta see what time my plane flight is.
All right, Black Thumb. All right.
I'm out there.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 8 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day brought to you by
Denny's. Denny's is proud to partner with The Time. Join a fantastic voyage to support students of historically black colleges and universities by providing $25,000 Hungry for Education scholarships. For more information, visit Denny'sHungryForEducation.com. Gary.
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Cynthia Bailey, y'all. She is finally speaking out, y'all. She did an interview with Page 6. And she revealed, y'all, the reason why she decided to leave Real Housewives of Atlanta is to keep her marriage solid. Now, Cynthia explained, after going through, honey, my divorce with my ex, Peter Thomas, she said, I was very protective of my second marriage because, you know, she said, I really wanted to work and I want to do everything that I can to protect it and to protect Mike. She said on her marriage to Peter, she said, honestly, whether we were on the show or not, she said, I don't think it would have worked out now. She said, now, let me be very clear. I don't think being, honey, on the show helps your relationship. But if your relationship is not solid or there's issues you guys are dealing with, those issues are going to play out, whether you are on the show or not. So she said, that's just what it is, unquote. That's beautiful, you know, and I think Portia said somewhat of the same thing too, why she was not coming back with Simon, because these people, those producers, or whatever, they dig into your relationships and they find out some things, and those marriages don't wind up lasting on some of these reality shows like that. So that's a good thing. You think that's a good thing, y'all, that she decided to leave and not stay and put her husband, because she and Mike's marriage to last, which is a good thing.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, if that's how she feels and if that's how she wants to conduct it, then I think she should go for what she knows. If she feels better with that, go with it.
And that's exactly what she's doing.
Because they set up stuff to cause drama. You know, they pull somebody out the woodworks, just to make a good show. So don't nobody want to go through that.
Yeah, so congratulations to Cynthia. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Rapper Jack Harlow, a lot of people saying it's very offensive what he's doing. Now, rapper Jack Harlow said that women must sign a NDA, honey, if you want to spend time with him. Now, he told GQ Hype, he said, I talked about it on my album. He said, it's my NDA record. And he said, honey, if you want to hang out with me, I need your first name, your last name, your date of birth, and all that other good stuff. He said, honey, because this is the real deal. He said, but sometimes it's just to hang out. He said, and that's solely to establish the idea that, hey, my texts aren't meant for your friends. Our time together is for us. He said, and I present it like that. He said, so, hey, listen, if you don't want to sign this, he said, you don't have to. He said, this is a unique situation, and if you don't want to do it, he said, it's totally fine with me, unquote, y'all. That's tacky. People got to sign NDA to hang with people.
Smart man.
Hey, man. Some people got agendas.
Sometimes,
He's protecting himself.
I'm not mad.
Oh, my God. Well, bless his soul then. So people ain't going to want to be with him then, because, I mean...
Why?
Because, I mean, I gotta sign my life away, honey, just to hang out with you.
It's not your life away. It's so that he's protected from people slandering him or telling his business.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe not shouldn't do all kind of bad things then when you're hanging out with people.
No,
you
sometimes
shouldn't have an agenda when you go to hang out with somebody.
Exactly. You let people in your personal space. You hope that you can trust them, but we all been burned so much. We ain't with that. Well, I ain't mad at him.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to Jack, y'all. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is claret. On the high end, you say claret, and on the low end, you say beautiful plum. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T.
One time.
It's not a morning show. Coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, there's a lot of questions about COVID-19 booster shots, like when should you get them and what kind should you get. We got the one in Collier joining us this morning to answer this and more of your questions. Get at us, 866-9-RICKY. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley, and thank you so much for the opportunity to clarify and clear up this situation about coronavirus booster shots. As you know, and everybody should know by now, on Friday, the FDA approved booster shots for all three vaccines now. So if you've got the Johnson & Johnson 1 dose, if you've got the Moderna 2 dose or the Pfizer 2 dose, it is now recommended that you can get a booster up to 6 months after you finished and completed your series. So if you are fully vaccinated, if you are age 65 or older, if you are between 18 and 65 and your job or work requirement puts you in a situation where you are exposed to the coronavirus, then you are eligible for a booster. Now, what surprisingly happened as well, because there had been discussion about mixing and matching your vaccine doses, that they actually approved the mix and match approach. I thought that would be in discussion for at least another few weeks, but they approved mix and matches. What does that mean, Ricky? That means that no matter what vaccine you got the first time, you can get a booster with either of the other vaccines. Now, they did not say that changing vaccines was the preferred method. They're still saying that it may be best, that's the key word, best to stick with the vaccine that you got the first time. But they also clarified that no matter which vaccine you got the first time, if you get a booster with the Moderna vaccine, you get much higher antibody levels. So if you get a Johnson & Johnson vaccine and a booster with the Johnson & Johnson, you only increase your vaccine count or your antibody count by about 4%. If you get a booster with the Moderna with the Johnson & Johnson, it increases that to 77%. So much higher antibody counts. Now, once again, that's not the only thing that matters in reference to your vaccine protection. But again, a common sense thing. If you get much higher antibody counts, if you get the Moderna as a booster, no matter which one you get, it's the same thing with the Pfizer. If you get a Moderna, you get a much higher vaccine antibody a booster with the Moderna. So that's where we are with that, Ricky. So that's the qualifications for getting a booster, although probably anybody that wants to get one would not be turned away. So I think they're trying to get vaccines in arms. So, but the criteria is, over 65.
Yes, sir. Before we go to the calls, this segment is being brought to you by Swiffer. Use Sweeper Wetjet and Duster to stop cleaning and start swippering. Let's go to the phones. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I got the Moderna vaccine, and I heard him say that if you got Johnson & Johnson and you get a Moderna booster, it increases by 76%. But I was wondering if that goes the same way if you had Moderna and get the Johnson & Johnson booster.
That would be absolutely illogical to do. If you got the Moderna the first time, I would definitely get the Moderna as a third booster. But again, the Johnson & Johnson will give you increased antibodies, but Moderna plus anything gives you higher antibody count. So it would be totally illogical to get a Johnson & Johnson booster if you got Moderna the first time.
There it is, y'all, with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Collier. I know that nursing mothers can pass antibodies to their babies, but I'm curious if there's any other bodily functions that you can pass to a spouse that's not unvaccinated.
That's not vaccinated. No, not in any adequate numbers. There is, antibodies passed through swapping of body fluids. That would be kissing. That would be intimacy, particularly sexual intercourse. However, the amount is not enough to confer immunity. So now, if you got a spouse that's not been vaccinated, get them vaccinated. Ladies, you know how to do that. You can get a man to do anything when you want to. So passively, take him if you have to. Most places are walk-in and don't require appointments now. So get him vaccinated so that your family will be safe.
All right, y'all, with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Good morning. Patients or people with autoimmune diseases such as lupus and are taking medication that they have to take daily, what are the chances of them taking? It suppresses their immune system, so when they take a vaccine that needs their immune system to work at 100%, what do we do?
You actually are one of the people that are at highest risk when you have immune system compromised. So that was the first category of person that a booster was recommended for. So if you have not had any vaccine, then you need to start your vaccine regimen with plans on getting 3 doses of the 2-dose vaccines or 2 doses of the Johnson & Johnson. Again, being immune compromised doesn't mean your body will not make adequate antibodies. It means that it will make less than someone who is not immune compromised. But if you get the booster dose, then you should have more than adequate vaccination status and should be able to protect yourself from this deadly coronavirus.
All right, y'all, Dr. Collier, good morning.
I'm 67 years old, and I have no underlying conditions for COVID, okay? I'm about the healthiest person probably out here. But I keep hearing, people who have underlying conditions can take the booster shot. I don't have any, and it's not saying that I'm able to take it, and my doctor is not, he's telling me that I don't need to take it. Should I be taking the booster?
Okay, now you're a perfect example of a person you meet the age criteria. You're over 65, so you automatically will qualify for a booster. But if you receive particular vaccine, you probably don't need one if you're healthy in status. But if you like to get one, there was no downside to getting a booster and improving your immune status. But you are adequately covered at this point. If you've received 2 doses of an mRNA vaccine, that's the Moderna or the Pfizer, then you have adequate immunization status. And your age alone should not qualify you. That's why I didn't like a blanket criteria. I think that a person should be analyzed and evaluated by their personal position, take their personal health history into account, and then determine whether they need to get a booster or not. So you can get one. There's no downside to doing it, but you probably don't have to if you've completed the 2 courses and you are now fully immunized.
All right, John, without the call here. Good morning.
No, I was just commenting on the person that called about lupus and said they didn't want to take the shot. I have lupus and I took the shot. A month and ago, I take my double dose of Pfizer. A month and a half ago, my son bring home COVID. He quarantined inside the house that we both share, and I did not get COVID. So the vaccine does work.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad that you were smart enough to get vaccinated and someone brought COVID into your home because, again, as a person with lupus, you are immune compromised, and that puts you in a very high-risk category. But as always, anybody with a chronic disease status needs to counsel and be conferred with their primary care physician or, in the case of lupus, a rheumatologist or a specialist. But the vast majority of the time, there's no downside to that person and a major upside to getting a vaccination and status positive.
Oh, wow. Dr. Colley, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Okay, one, these are the opinions of Dr. M.J. Collier, not those of Mr. Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show staff, or its production crew. I can be reached on all social media and ask Dr. MJ. Tune in to my Facebook Live this Wednesday at 6:30 and ask any healthcare questions. This is your Ask the Doctor segment, and we look forward to talking to you. Ricky, we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 before the top of the hour, y'all. It's time for Eva's Corner. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Eva's Corner, where we talk about all things womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. And today, the juiciness, Ricky, is relationships and the great debate. So my best friend and I had a little debate, which I thought was a little odd, because we do not believe that cheating is the same thing. And when we started to debate this, I said, I have to talk about this on air. Now, my friend, who's a man, believes that a one-night stand is not the same thing as an affair. That an affair is, in fact, cheating because it's premeditated, and a one-night stand is a fling. Brad, girl, so, mind you, my best friend is a man.
Bull crap.
It's all cheating. I don't care.
And I had to explain to him. I said, well, think about this. How do you yourself to let your guard down that low to get intimate with someone that you just met moments ago?
Okay.
How do you do that? I don't even understand it. So he's so far on one side. I'm so far on the other. So I have to know what you guys think, and I want to know what the listeners think. I know we have Super Dave is married, Rock T's married, Special K is married. Would you prefer for your wife to have an affair or a one-night stand?
Now, never. Not now, never.
Okay, you don't know now.
You didn't
Neither
expect
one.
it to come like that, huh?
Come on, man.
What?
Yeah, ain't nobody
I'm
gonna
sorry,
agree
Super
with
Dave.
that.
Hell no.
What you say, Miss Sophia?
I said hell no.
Now, Ricky, is it the same thing, a one-night stand and an affair?
It's both grounds for divorce. I wouldn't touch her again.
You wouldn't want to.
Some Lysol Clorox spray to get out. Clorox wipes, and a mask, a rubber, a bodysuit, scuba diving equipment. Get out. Or I leave, either one.
Yeah, that's it.
Somebody gotta go.
Now go be with that one night stand.
Yeah. It was good enough then, so make it good enough for the rest of y'all
permanently.
life. Okay?
So, Brad, that's a no for you?
That would be an absolute big-ass no for me.
But what if you was just weak, though, and it just happened? I mean...
No, you can't do that. You have no
like,
respect
how would that
for
happen, Gary?
Come on now.
I mean, sometimes people do get weak, and it happens on the job and stuff. People just get weak and they lonely. Something happened. They just had this one night affair, and they say, "I'm through with it. My life is scrubbed from that."
You can't even do that in the VIP at the strip club. It's just wrong. And she in there twerking and she up there sliding off the pole doing the circus act and the snack pack, Universal Circus. The midget coming down the pole, you can't. None of it.
The little people.
None of it.
I want to hear from the listeners.
Now you do it with a little person that's half cheating, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Ricky, you wrong. It's wrong either way. Half or whole.
No, don't do it.
So one night stand and an affair are both equal.
Equally messed up. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because you got hit either way.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to hear what the listeners have to say. Can we check in with the callers?
Good morning.
It's equal hurt. A one-night stand, you can have a baby, you can catch HIV, AIDS, or whatever. Same thing as an affair. Anything can come out of that as well. It's the same hurt.
One-night stand, you don't remember the name or the face. But an affair, you will, you know the name, the face, times, the dates, and everything.
No, I don't believe it's the same. It's a bit like getting burned. You put your hand once on that stove, you get burned, you won't do it again. No, a cheater is calculated. If they keep doing that, that's a no-no.
Basically, one-night stands does the same damage. It's no equal or less value.
I think it is cheating regardless. One-night stand, affair, or anything. It's all cheating.
Stand is just that one time. An affair, it's more feelings. You're seeing the person more, or you're thinking about them more. It's more feelings to it.
I don't feel like a one-night stand and an affair is the same because a lot of these women, once they get married to these men or move in with them, they get where they don't even want to give up no tail, want to do like they want to do. So sometimes man might want something and you just go out there and meet somebody and get something. I don't think it's the same.
He was serious, too.
Now, if I do a one-night stand with Rihanna or Oprah Winfrey, you're going to have to be quiet and take one for the team and man up and come help me. Drop me off. You need to be out there waiting for me in the car when I come out of Oprah house and know that we're going to be taken care of and just know that I gave it to her, but I ain't give it to her like I gave it to you now. I'm going to pull Oprah hair a little bit. Okay, but just understand, we're talking about a billionaire. Now,
you told Ricky to beat me.
Yeah, we're going to roll. If it's Oprah or Rihanna and they billionaires, hey, take it like a man. Wait for me out there in that Prius so we can get your Mercedes next time we put up. So just be quiet and listen to this Yolanda Adams tape while I'm in there. And just keep your eyes on God, not on me, because when Peter took his eyes off Jesus, he began to sink. Stay focused on the Lord. Stop worrying about me. And let me get this paper. Let me get this paper. I can put you up in a new house, Queen. It's gonna be all right. I hit it, but I didn't hold her, and I didn't kiss her. That's the only thing you need to be worried about.
Yeah.
Put your foot on that neck.
I put my foot on that neck, though. That thing went.
And that concludes Eva's Corner. Thank you very much.
Boy, let me tell you something, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Queen Latifah for the love of money from the New Jack City soundtrack, man. When Levert was standing around that barrel singing that song after Nino Brown had taken over the Carter. Man, listen, that was so hot, man. And I tell you, man, that song always rings Cleveland, Ohio for me for a few reasons. Number one, Gerald Levert was one of my closest friends. Anytime I would perform anywhere in Ohio, and I would rent a car and drive to Cleveland and go and hang out with Gerald Levert and just sit in a rehearsal and Gerald Levert never talked about anything. The only thing we did was laugh. And I would take some of those songs that he made and rewrite them, and he would sit there and sing them at rehearsal and make them funny. And we just had a great time. The original song, For the Love of Money by the OJs, that's the first thing that came on the radio after we was leaving the cemetery when I buried my father.
Man.
Wow.
It is such a trigger. Like every time I hear that song, that's all I can think about. It was April the 11th, 1974. I'll never forget it like it was yesterday. I remember that day and that funeral more clear than I did my grandfather's funeral. And I remember every single thing about it. That song came on the radio. It was the number one song at the time. And I remember my Uncle Bruce reaching down, turning it up as we were headed over to the repast. And here go the third trigger for the song. When Steve Harvey first blew up, right after he did Showtime the Apollo, that's what he would come on stage to. And he would go on to that stage, man, and that's when he went from one level and started headlining comedy clubs all over the country. And I remember being 20 years old, standing in the back of that comedy club, watch Steve come out of his dressing room and hit that stage to that damn song, and watch the first all-black audience in a comedy club, because it was always mostly white people that we were performing in front of. So they started doing the black radio station night, was Wednesday night at the comedy club. And Steve would come on stage to that damn song. I had never seen an all-black audience in a comedy club. And he would just, like, that went on for about 10 minutes on stage. And I was just so amazed. And that was the first time, Brett, I saw stars. That was the first time I learned how to be an entertainer and a performer, and everything that y'all Pop Energy Center this weekend, and how I came on stage, and how the show that we put on, and how we entertained, it came from just watching my mentor, Big Brother Steve, walk on stage to that damn song and put on a not even just comedy, putting on a show,
right?
Putting on a whole show, coming on the music, got people up dancing, and you jam with the crowd and got everybody hyped, and then all of a sudden the music fade out and you got everybody excited, and you ease into your jokes, and then you do some more music at the end and say goodnight, and everybody leave there like, wow, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? So that song is like a real a personal favorite, old and new version, a real trigger for me. All right, y'all, that song that'll be in your head all day, man. Listen, man. It is Money Monday on the Rick Smiley Morning Show, and that means that our financial expert, Janai Thornton, is here to join us. So if you have any money-related questions for Janai, hit us up right now at 866-9-RICKY. We got Janai on the phone. Janai, good morning.
Good morning. Happy Money Monday, everybody.
There are only 67 days left in the 2021, but the year is not over yet, and we are getting ready to get busy with the holidays. So let's make sure that we make time for the important financial things that we need to take care of before 2022 gets here.
Absolutely. So we are on the countdown. I cannot believe there's only 67 days left in the year.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a few critical things I want to make sure that people get taken care of. So number one, let's focus on October. For all of my parents, if you have a high school senior, or if your child is going to be returning to school in fall next year of 2020, you've got to get that FAFSA done. That's that free application for federal student aid. Even if you don't know where your baby is going, you got to get that done, but you need to get that done this week. So I want you to go to studentaid.gov, again, studentaid.gov, and get that FAFSA done. I know y'all been watching the news with all of these shortages, all these supply chain issues.
Yeah.
You have to have for the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, you're going to have to get shopping early, Ricky, because it's going to be harder to find them things that you want for your kids, for your family. So it's really important. Go ahead and get your Thanksgiving and Christmas budget and shopping list done, but go ahead and get to ordering. And also for your holiday travel, too. Go ahead and get all that stuff going because, again, we got a bunch of supply chain issues out here.
Right. Wow. Well, what important financial deadlines do people need to know about for November?
Okay, Brett, for November, a couple of things. Number one, open enrollment typically starts for most companies. So that's the time when we sign up for our benefits. So even if you're self-employed or maybe you cover your own insurance and you have what they call like the Obamacare, or you got your health insurance through the healthcare marketplace, that actually opens up November 1st. So you want to get ready in November to sign up for your benefits and take a different approach. It's not like just signing up real quick, but what major medical things that you really need to focus on or take care of for your family. So begin to look at it through that lens. One more thing for November. Everybody who graduated in May from college, guess what? Them student loan payments normally start 6 months later, which is now November. So you want to make sure that your kids or you are getting in touch with that lender to make sure you don't have any issues with those student loans.
Oh, Lord.
So, Lord have mercy. So that's November. So to close out the year, what important money deadlines do people need to know, including all of our entrepreneur listeners, for the month of December?
Okay, but let's talk about December. For all of the entrepreneurs out there, there is nothing worse than when you file your taxes and you owe a whole bunch of money.
Like, you are hot about that. So what you have to do now is what we call tax planning. Are there any major purchases that you need to make? New assets, new equipment, new inventory. You want to go ahead and do that because you may need to spend some money down so you don't owe as much. Maybe you need to open a retirement account. But you want to do some pre-planning so, again, you don't have to write that big check. What charitable contributions do you want to make before the end of the year? You want to go ahead and get that planning done. And even this is the big one. Remember, because of COVID, people haven't been paying their student loans all year. Well, guess what? That's going to start February 1st of 2022. We need to go ahead on and get back on track and get used to making those payments because, again, a lot of folks, millions of people haven't been paying all year.
All right, Janai, let everybody know how you can be reached if they need to find you.
Okay, any of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show listeners have any questions, please reach out to me at Janai Thornton. That's JINITHORNTON.
Hey, Janai, thank you so much for keeping us up to date with this important information, and we always happy to have you on. Ladies and gentlemen, Janai Thornton.
One time!
Morning Smiley Morning Show coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, the time right now is 26 minutes after the hour, y'all. Brought to you by, hold on, lost my doggone place, My Computer Career. That's right, family. If you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look this morning at your front page news. President Biden met with Senator yesterday. Now, Manchin is one of the two Democratic senators who have been holdups on getting his Build Back Better agenda passed. Manchin is now believed to be in support of how to pay for the plan, which is now down to $1.75 trillion instead of the initial $3.5 trillion. Meanwhile, the Treasury Secretary says that inflation will continue into 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Prices of consumer goods have gone up 5.4% in the last 12 months. Now, in a very sad story, two boys ages 6 and 8 were killed at a drag racing event in Texas on Saturday when a driver lost control and slammed into a crowd of spectators. 8 other people were injured. And last but certainly not least, an autopsy report on the body of Brian Laundrie came back inconclusive. Laundrie was a person of interest in the death of his fiancée, Gabby Petito, whose remains were found in Wyoming last month. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more news, log on to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com. Rock T, the sports genius. What's going down in sports?
Well, let's start off with saluting Carmelo Anthony, man. He dropped 28 points last night, passing Moses Malone for 9th place on the all-time scoring list, 27,409 and counting. It's his 19th year in the NBA, helping the Lakers secure their first win of the early season versus Memphis. Arizona Cardinals are 7-0, y'all. Could they go undefeated? Will they go undefeated? Shout out to Kyler Murray, man. Quarterback is doing his thing. He's playing out of his mind. They got a strong defense. It could happen. But let's tap the brakes, man. We still early. You know what I'm saying? Still early. Should we start worrying about the Kansas City Chiefs? I don't know what's going on with them. We already knew that their defense was whack, but the offense was like, okay, they good enough to outscore everybody. They not even doing that. So I'm not going to panic yet. I'm not a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs, but hey, I don't know, man. I got to keep following that situation. In the meantime, the boy Tom Brady, still doing his thing, becomes the first quarterback to reach 600 touchdown passes in a career. The GOAT, man. I mean, this dude's going to play till he's 50 years old.
Okay.
Barring any kind of injury. Like, I'm serious, man. Come on, man. Shout out to the Atlanta Braves and the Houston Astros. That's who up in the World Series. Game 1 is tomorrow. Yes, me and my son will be on the couch watching each and every one of these doggone games. I'm excited about this. If you ain't no baseball fan, y'all need to just stop and give it a try. This is the time to watch baseball during the World Series.
I'm telling you.
I promise you. Because a lot of people say, well, baseball is boring. Baseball is boring. Okay. In World Series, come on now. Remember I told you that. It is what it is. What I got for sports right about now. Follow me at Rock T Holla if you want to continue to talk about it. The Brat got the hot spot right now.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and this hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This thing was being brought to you by Indeed. That's right, Indeed helps find great hires fast. Indeed is your all-in-one for interviewing, screening, and hiring high-quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. So Dune, the movie Dune, posted the best opening day for a simultaneous Warner Brothers theatrical release and HBO Max opener at $40.1 million, and Halloween Kills came in second with $14.5 million. Moving on, y'all. Paul Walker, may he rest in peace. We all love him from the Fast and Furious movies. His daughter, Meadow Walker, got a serious support from her late dad. Series co-stars Vin Diesel actually was chosen to walk her down the aisle as she prepared to marry Lewis Thornton Allen. This is so sweet. It is reported a majority of the Fast cast attended the wedding and had a special tribute to Walker during the ceremony, because I heard him and his daughter were very close. So that is awesome that they stepped up to the plate and that Vin Diesel walked her down the aisle. All right, y'all, moving on. Beyonce, yes indeed, she's set to release a new Adidas by Ivy Park collaboration with Peloton. According to page 6, the capsule collection will feature footwear and apparel in addition to 29 pieces of apparel ranging from prices $45 to $200. And the line will accompany a second installment of Peloton's Beyonce Artist Series classes. This line drops on November 10th. Man, when I tell you, they just don't stop getting to the bag. It's so inspiring. Last but not least, y'all, Dave Chappelle, he's so good and being so sweet about this whole situation. And I just really wish that people would, open up and let him do what he wants to do, because he is ready to have any conversation with any of the members of the LGBTQ plus community that feel as though he's harmed them by his jokes. His rep tells TMZ that he would be open to dialogue with the folks at Netflix if someone would actually reach out to him for that discussion. Dave's camp told the outlet Dave stands by his art. No more jokes about transgenders until we can all laugh together. The streets are talking and Dave is listening. At some point when everyone is open, I'm sure the communities will come together. I wish we could, because he's open, he's willing to explain himself, and a lot of people don't do that. So he wants everybody to understand that it's comedy, and he's just, working, he's doing his job. He's made us laugh all these years, and I just hope everybody can come to terms and understand that I don't think he was trying to be offensive. What you think, Rick? Right.
No, I posted with this guy from the LGBT community. I had shared it. I think I shared it on my story on Facebook, where that guy just really said what it was, because he said that I'm sick. He said I'm a part of. It's just funny. When I find the clip, we can definitely play it tomorrow. But it is a funny clip, and he put it in the proper perspective.
Right.
Being a member of the LGBT community, and he was like, "Look, I'm sick of it." But yeah, it's pretty good. But I think the special was awesome, and I support, Dave Chappelle, because I don't, it was just funny, and I don't see where it was offensive.
Right.
But I just want them to keep that same energy when a damn white police officer shoot a black person. Keep that same energy.
Keep that same energy.
Cancel energy when it comes to these elections and that the Republican Party and what they're trying to do for voting rights and everything else that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to make Dave Chappelle seem like he's some kind of white supremacist that's trying to oppress people. That's not the case.
Right.
And it's not the same thing. That's just my humble opinion. And
humble.
Humble.
I am humble, like Ralph Cramden used to say. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hotspot on that note. But coming up next, we got Mark Morial and we got the Praise Mixdown. The time now is 26 minutes before. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, every Monday it's my pleasure to welcome the National Urban League President and CEO Mark Morial for his commentary on the state of Black America. Good morning, Mr. Mark.
Hey, good morning, Ricky. Good morning. And the state of Black America this week is Colin Powell, who just recently passed, a black man, a child of Caribbean immigrants. He made history in many ways. It bears worth repeating. First, black head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, first black presidential national security advisor, and first black Secretary of State, and the leader of the United States' successful war in the Gulf in the early 1990s. He died last week at the age of 84. He was a friend and supporter of the National Urban League. He was a man of courage and strength. He never wavered in his commitment to high standards. We honored him about 10 years ago with our humanitarian award. And I first saw Colin Powell in 1995 at a conference in New Orleans, a conference of white business leaders, CEOs of major companies. He and I were the only two African Americans in this room. Ricky, he gave a defense in 1995 of civil rights and affirmative action, which was strong and powerful, and which represented in that room, a private room without any press, speaking truth to power. He was a great man, and he became uncomfortable with the Republican Party, Republican policies and attitudes. He endorsed Barack Obama. He endorsed Hillary Clinton, and he endorsed Joe Biden. So while he was a member of the Republican Party, he was committed to black people and to civil rights and social justice in his work. I remember him. We should remember him. We certainly are joining in the many tributes to Colin Powell. And it bears worth remembering, he was from the South Bronx. He was raised there. And he said that he had no sense of being called a minority because in the South Bronx where he grew up, he was not a minority. And his ROTC training at Fort Bragg is the first time he met whites who were not Poles, Jews, or Greeks. And he was stunned at the end of 6 weeks when a white sergeant suggested that he was named second best cadet in the encampment instead of first because of racism. We remember Colin Powell for what he meant to this country and for what he meant to black people. So, Ricky, on today, we mourn his loss, we celebrate his life. And what a Thurgood Marshall was to young black civil rights lawyers, Colin Powell was to young black military members. He's one of the giants of our times. Ricky, that is the state of black America. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Mark Morial. You can also follow the National Urban League at Nat Urban League as we continue this conversation on the state of black America.
Man, we really appreciate that, Mr. Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all, please help me give it up for the former New Orleans mayor and Louisiana state senator who is currently president of the National Urban League. Y'all give it up for Mark Morial. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mark.
Thank you.
We appreciate you and keeping us up to date on the state of black America. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.